Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's take a look at the 9th floor of the Kinki no Goku, aka the Forbidden Abyss. And the main gimmicks here is that there are no bump combos on the stage. Again, your team will not be able to take advantage of any bump combos. One more time, your team has no bump combos. Please keep saying that to yourself for the entirety of the stage because it is super easy to forget, and if you try to hit a friendly unit, nothing's going to happen. And you're going to possibly waste a turn that way. So please keep that in mind. In addition, there are no hearts at all. In exchange, there are healing walls you can take advantage of to make sure that your HP stays topped up. And there's also going to be wind machines that suck you into them and blocks that'll get in your way. So with those gimmicks, mainly you want to try and focus on some slayers so that you can maximize your damage output in this stage. So robot, paladin, Uniboss Slayer types are going to be perfect for this stage. Alright, let's get started. Again, I'm going to put that reminder on the top right there for everybody, so keep that in mind. So how this stage basically works is that the specters will put up laser sensors, and they do about 30k damage if you pass that laser sensor. That middle number for them will do a 5k damage to each monster, so do take care if you are stacked up. The tree there on the bottom are your friends. If you hit them, they will proc a large defense up blast that will protect your team from the damage, because sometimes it is inevitable to hit that laser beam, which will get you a lightning attack in return. As you can see, I am just trying to go for straight damage to the Spectre. The Spectre is the mini boss for the first and second stage. Perfectly fine strategy there. But really, your idea is to hit the tree so that when it's in counter mode, it's not in counter mode quite yet, but that will proc the defense so that you can keep your team healthy, and then try and dish out damage to the Spectre. Do note that the Knights do have a big number in the middle of them. If you can't kill them by then, it's death. So make sure you clean them up appropriately. Now, quickly going to my team, we've got Oberon in his Evo form. That Mech Slayer M will come in super handy, as well as being able to nullify the block and wind. As you can see, the wind machine does have a defense downfield that is no good. Kate Sith in the second one, that Transcension form gives you a Demi-Human Slayer. I don't know if that comes in handy, but that no block and the inner strength really, once you get into scary territory with HP, will come in super handy. And Marguerite, I mean, she's just really darn strong. Look at that attack value, being able to show all weak points, and normally her bump combo is why she's awesome, but again, there's no bump combos on this stage. Of course, no block will allow her to move around freely as well as no wind and no block. As you can see, Kate Sith is in a tricky situation there. That defense down area is gonna hit him, and bad stuff happens to him. It'll hurt. And of course, my friend Slot is another Oberon. But yeah, that's about it. It's just about cycling through, being able to do damage, take advantage of the trees to make sure that you don't take too much damage from anything in particular. And yeah, keep an eye on those Knights. The Knights have a deathly cooldown in the middle of them. I mean, that is the theme of the Abyss, right? Everybody is out there to kill you with a long cooldown. So as long as you keep track of those cooldowns, we should be fine. And as you can see, that defense up blast is pretty significant. So unless you're at the complete opposite corner, I don't even know if that's true, but you should be able to take advantage of that defense up. But someone like Oberon here, Oberon is very highly requested for the stage, just because of being able to null everything and have that damage output. Very nice. And you just saw right there the importance of no wind on the stage, because Dory does dance around the wind machine, and if you're stuck there, not only are you defense down so that you'll take extra damage, you saw that there is a chance to paralyze, just like Daikoku back then. You know, that dance has the power to paralyze you, and I lost a turn, right? That could be devastating. Luckily, you know, we're just about at the right damage level, so I'm sure having 2 Oberons helped out a lot. And again, let me say it again, no bump combos. I'm sure somewhere along the way I made a few moves where I tried to hit somebody's bump combo, but luckily they did update the UI such that the bump combos have an X over them to reinforce the fact that bump combos aren't available. In earlier versions that was not there, and you just had to remember that this stage had no bump combos. It was a really nice difference. Now, one thing I do want to go over is that bunny in the middle. That bunny is your friend. It puts up the healing walls for you, which does about 7k worth of healing, which is significant. But for this battle in particular, the healing walls do 100k healing per touch. So, as you can see, there's nothing but specters here, so it's almost inevitable you're going to hit one of those laser beams. But if you can make sure after you take, you know, after you have a turn where you do damage, you just hit it once, you're set. And this bunny will actually run away after 3 turns, so you don't necessarily have to kill him. You can just heal up, if I remember correctly. I end up killing it just because I didn't realize that until after the fact. Hopefully I read that correctly on the website. But feel free to check out the Game With article in the description area. I always do post it along with this video just so you have an easy way to get to it. Use Google Translate if you can't read it, of course. Alright, boss stage, the process is of course just the same. You want to take out the specters as soon as possible because, let's put up the other slide again, like all that damage that they can throw onto you is non-trivial, and making sure you hit the trees there to make sure you pick up that defense up is always helpful as well. In the boss stages, the healing is reduced back to 7k. It isn't that insta max health kind of thing, but it is still very important to make sure you take advantage of it. And most importantly, once we get to the boss stage, if you destroy the bunny here, Dory will go into an enraged mode. As you can see, that bunny is tucked under a dory between her and the wall, so it's kind of a deterrent to go in there to do a lot of damage at once, right? Because if you're not careful, you will take out that bunny, and again, putting a boss in the abyss into their anger mode is not a good plan for success. So do your best to try and stay away from activating enraged mode, but you of course don't want to sacrifice damage opportunity because of that. As you can imagine, that big number in the middle is going to kill you if you reach it, so you want to make sure. Now, I don't know what happened there. I got a nice pinch shot or match shot. It might have been something with the physics with the circular ball and the fact that there was a block there, but somehow Oberon was able to just nudge himself perfectly, which completely blasted away the second bar. Now, I mean, of course, the steps to clear the stage is no different than usual. Make sure you clear out the specters, but honestly, if you have that little HP left, I'm just gonna ignore it and go straight in between the wall and Dory there to skip this stage. So, sorry for you out there who wanted to see this, you know, step by step, but I'm gonna take what I can get. Alright, final gauge. As you can see, we've got just double checking the strike shot, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Yeah, because I want to clear out as much as possible. That was an interesting move. I'm not sure what I was trying to do there, but taking out the specters as soon as possible, of course, is a great thing. Trying to get rid of that laser sensors will be very important. And of course, making sure you take out the knights in appropriate time is very important. As you can see, the left, or saw, The left knight had a very slow cooldown. I think that was a missed shot. I was trying to return that back, but kind of got lucky and took out the specter on the top left. Marguerite looks in a good position to take out the 2 on the right. Maybe a little not enough just because of the fact that she's a water type. Yeah. But that's fine because the other Oberon can do his thing. And nice tap there. But luckily, I mean, I'd be a little afraid normally because both of them were stacked. Because remember, if monsters are stacked, they will both take damage on those kind of aerial shots. Whether it's a meteor or lightning. So it was a little scary, but thanks to the fact that we hit that tree first, got the defense up. Could tank the damage no problem. And at this point, you know, we're completely clean in terms of enemies. Another nice match shot. And luckily it was Kate's turn so that he could move out of the way. Activate all the weak points. So good. Right at this point, game set. And again, making sure you don't forget about the fact that the bunnies are... Don't kill it. It's your friend. And there you go. Again, while you're doing this stage, just keep telling yourself there are no bump combos. There are no bump combos. There are no bump combos. Because it is very easy to forget. And you don't want to look silly and try and hit somebody that won't activate anything. Alright. That is it for floor 9. Get ready for floor 10. That one was a fun one. Yeah. So until next time. Bye bye.